Hello, welcome to this live video. It's going to be a quick one. I just want to talk about some mistakes that I see people make in marketing, and I've seen them this week. So I just wanted to jump on here and give you three mistakes that I see people making when it comes to marketing. So how not to market, basically. So the first thing that I see people do wrong when it comes to their marketing is that they give and give and give and give, and they forget to ask. So maybe this is you. You're putting up lots of quotes, you're reposting people's stuff, you're giving away loads and loads of information, maybe you're writing blogs, maybe you're doing lots of video training, maybe you are writing lots of social media captions, sending emails, but you're never really asking for like what you offer. You're never really asking people to respond. Hi, Natalia. Hi, David. Oh, quite a few of you are jumping on. This must be a good time to do Facebook Lives. I'll have to remember that. So some of you are just giving away so much information, and people are taking that for free and thinking, oh, cool, I don't need what you're offering. I don't need to pay you because you're giving me so much free stuff. You're giving me so much good stuff. I've talked to two people this week that are saying, I don't know why I'm not attracting clients. I don't know why I'm not getting clients. And when I look at what they're doing, they're just giving. They're just giving stuff, but they're never asking. They're never asking for the offer, and they're never asking for what it is that they sell. So that's the first problem that I'm seeing quite a lot of. And I think in some ways people do this, and I know that I've done this in the past, because we don't always value really what we're offering. We don't realize how our genius zone, what we are good at, a lot of people aren't. A lot of people are searching to find out how to do it, and we have the answers. So that's the first thing that people make the mistake in marketing, is just giving too much. The second thing that I see people going wrong in is asking too much. So they're actually selling too much. Remember, it's got to always be like a give, 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 and then ask. So there's a great book called Jab, 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 Hook, I think it's called. I haven't actually read it, but I've heard it referenced many times, and lots of little snippets out of it where they say you give, you give, you give. I think this is a Gary Vee concept as well, and then you ask. So maybe you're getting the balance wrong, where you're Facebook messaging people and telling them about your product that you sell, or you're inviting them to an event that's paid before you've actually given them any value. So you haven't invited them to any of your free stuff. You haven't created a freebie which you've offered them. So for example, maybe you've got a Facebook group and you are just marketing, you're selling in there all the time without actually giving value. So it's kind of like a spectrum. Most people either give too much and don't ask for the sale, or they're always asking. Like, you only hear from them when they're promoting something, or you only hear from them when they've got an event coming up, or they want to offer their coaching or consulting services, or their products, whatever it is. So you will know somewhere that you sit on that spectrum, whether it's giving too much or asking too much. So that's the first two mistakes that I see people make. And then the third mistake I see people make is that they don't prioritize what's important. So if you think about it, as business owners, we have so many things to do, right? I know a lot of you, I can see a lot of you that are on here, you have a lot to do, right? And none of us are getting everything done. Like, no one that I speak to, none of my clients are ticking every box. They're not smashing it on LinkedIn and Instagram and Facebook, and constantly posting valuable content and getting their emails out every week, for example, posting video content, creating freebies, making great offers. Like, no one that I talk to, and maybe it's different for you, but no one's got it all together. No one's doing everything perfectly. So we can only do a few things because of the time that we have, unless we have a massive budget and a massive or a mighty team. So remember that you're not alone if you feel like you're over here doing this and all of this isn't getting done. So sometimes I get really focused on creating content, for example, for my existing accelerator program that I'm doing, and I get so focused on that I'm like, I need to make sure I'm putting out value, make sure that I'm attracting new people, make sure that my LinkedIn is up to date, that I'm posting on Instagram. So it's like we're juggling all these balls, right? And sometimes we drop them because there's just so much to do. So the third problem I see people make in marketing is they don't prioritize the things that are really going to get them the result that they want. So maybe they're spending lots of time creating a free blog post, for example, like a couple of hours creating it, but then no one's reading it. They're not sending traffic there. Or they're doing lots of social media posting, like maybe they're putting lots of photos on Instagram or doing Insta stories, but that's not where they actually get clients from. So it's not producing a return on investment. So you've got to look at your time. You've only got a limited amount of time, right? And be thinking, what is the dollar producing activities? If your goal is to increase your cash flow, which most business owners, we need to, right? We've got to be profitable. We've got to look after ourselves before we can serve people and have a bigger impact. So have a look at the things that you're spending time on and just really ask yourself, are those activities giving you the highest return on your investment of time? It's not always necessarily profit. It could be that it's not attracting the right kind of clients that you want, or it's not the right source. Maybe you've been blogging and no one's reading it. Maybe you need to try video. Maybe you've been doing video and it's not working. Maybe you're not great on video yet. You might need to practice more, get some tips on presenting before you do more video. Maybe you need to do some writing for a while. So, oh, hello. Lots of great people on here. So I hope that's helped. So I'll just recap for those of you who jumped on during the live. So the first mistake I see people make is that they give too much and they never ask for the sale, or they kind of just think people are going to rock up and just ask for the business. You've actually got to make offers. The second problem I see people make is that they ask too much and they don't give enough value. We're in a value economy now. We have to be generous, give away lots of great stuff, valuable stuff that our ideal client will appreciate and benefit from. So giving away things that's actually valuable, that's worth money, not just, oh, it's free. It doesn't matter how if something's free, it's either good or it's not. So no one wants something free that sucks, right? So it's got to be good stuff, valuable stuff that you give away. And then the third one is you've got to prioritize your time on getting the outcome that you want. So if your outcome is to get more clients, to get more money, make sure that your marketing efforts aren't being wasted on things that aren't getting you that result that you want. I hope that's helped. Thanks everyone for joining me. It was so great to see you all on here. I'll have to remember this time for Facebook Live, and have a beautiful evening. If you've got any comments, questions, please post them below. I'd love to hear from you. Have a great evening. Bye.